Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thefacedu and welcome back to World of Warcraft. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Molten Core raid entrance and what you can actually loot and find and expect in Molten Core. Now basically, we're gonna be heading on over here to the Burning Steppes. Now if you're from the Horde, I would advise that you go to Booty Bay. And you can get to Booty Bay by actually going to the Northern Barrens. And over here you'll actually have a boat to Booty Bay. Take that, you'll end up here. Or just to take the Cataclysm teleporter to the Twilight Highlands, then just fly on over here to the Burning Steppes. If you're from the Alliance, just go to Stormwind and here it is. I mean, okay, whatever. Discrimination against the Horde, but it is what it is. In any case, you're gonna be looking at Black Rock Mountain, which is this mountain here made out of black rocks. And essentially we're just going to head on straight ahead. Now, what can you expect in Molten Core? Molten Core is a huge raid. And here we are, and we're basically looking at this thingamajig up here, and basically right from the entrance you're gonna head straight ahead. There we go, go ahead and dismount. You can go ahead and talk to Lotto Streetwalker, transport me to the Molten Core. And kabam, you're here. Before you were able to actually jump through the window to get in here, but I don't want to risk that. In any case, you're essentially gonna have to do it like this. Oh, sorry. You're gonna want to head on over here, take out Lucifron Magmadar, head on back, take out Gehenna, then Gar, then Berengeddon, then Shazra. You're gonna want to head straight ahead over here, right around here. I will show you as soon as I get there. You're gonna want to drop down, take care of Golemag. Then what you're gonna want to do is just head straight up here. Take care of Sulfuron Harbinger. Then you're gonna go back up here, take care of Magidormo Executus. Then go all the way back over here and take care of Ragnaros. Now you'll be able to get tier 1 raid loot, that is tier 1 set, some pieces of tier 2. You'll also be able to work towards Thunder Fury, Blessed Blades of the Windseeker if you're a warrior. You'll be able to loot the left and the right bindings no matter your class. I have the left binding on my mage, which is useless. Sulfuron Ignats, which are very useful. There are free pets to collect here as well. And you have the Hydraxian Waterlaw's reputation, which you get by killing all of the mobs. Then once you reach a certain point, you'll only get it by killing Ragnaros. So this is a raid that you should hit up once a week if you're on a warrior or, you know, on a class that can actually use that thing. There should also be one more legendary. Yeah, that is a Sulfuron helmet. Not helmet. Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros, which is a hammer, which is also extremely overpowered. You'll need to actually hit up this one and Blackwing Descent for the other one. But that'll be a video long in the making. You can actually find some of those things on the auction house as well, the Sulfuron Ignats at least, if I'm not mistaken. Also, Ragnaros will drop the Eye of Sulfuros, which is needed for that. You'll also need to get 2 of these. They are dropped by various bosses. I'll leave a link in the description for all of the drop rates, drop chances, you know, the more technical stuff. And in short terms, I'll just leave the important bosses that you should loot. But essentially, in order to get to Ragnaros, which is the most important boss here, you have to kill everybody in order to gain access to him. So whether you like it or not, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna have to kill all of them in order to get to Ragnaros. So yeah, that's basically it. There are also a bunch of other stuff that are dropped here, like lava core and fire cores. You can collect and keep those. They are needed for the what do you call it? For the Thorium Brotherhood, which is an excellent faction to actually get your rep up if you're a blacksmith, because you'll gain access to lots of classics, what do you call it, blacksmithing patterns, which is quite nice. Of course, since this is, you know, classic level area, you can actually just pull all of them without any problems, or you can just, you know, do it in a couple of pulls, whatever suits you both. So there we go, fiery core. You can also skin these ancient lava hounds. They'll get you some core leather, which is basically used for a couple of classic recipes, you know, in order to craft some gear or some other items in leatherworking, which is elemental fire and elemental and core of earth. You can more or less discard. They're basically used for some parts, as you can see, engineering, blacksmithing, gnomish engineering. So you can more or less discard that all. It isn't really that important. Core leather and fiery core and lava core, as well as molten core, which is the name of the dungeon, is also quite... That is, well, semi-important for you to get, because you can actually just exchange it for wrap with the Thorium Brotherhood. Perhaps I'll make a video about that in the future. I most definitely will. These guys, they used to drop something for engineering, now they're just basically fodder. Anywho, that's it for now. I'll see you soon once I actually reach a certain point. Okay, right, what I also wanted to mention, there are plenty of patterns that can drop here depending on your profession. You might need them, you might not need them. You might collect that sort of thing, you might not collect that sort of thing. You can actually check it out by downloading the add-on All the Things. That will just list you a bunch of items that can be found here. So I'm just going to go ahead and left click it. It does take it a while to actually load everything up. Left click to open main list, control shift click to refresh collection. Okay. So I'm just going to go into classic molten core, and I'm going to right click to pop out the mini list. And as you can see here, these are for the quest zone drops. These are all of the items that can drop. Specifically, I want the druid ones to drop, the fiery core and the lava core. These are all crafting ingredients used, so you have a bunch of plans. Now, depending on what exactly you need, you should farm out. I guess I got the leather thing down, core leather, yeah, that's used for a bunch of crafting. Blood of the Mountains, that's useful for blacksmithing, and you will need that for Sulphurous Hand of Ragnaros. And you can also see what they are dropping. Now, of course, you can customize this. I have it for all accounts, and I have a bunch of classes, so it's showing me basically everything. But yeah, you can see pretty much everything that's being dropped here. There's really nothing that much of note. Yeah, see Obsidian, Sulfur on Ignite. And of course, Ragnaros is the main thing that you actually want to farm out. And in order to get to him, especially if you're going for Sulphurous Hand of Ragnaros, you will need to farm this out. You will need to kill all of the bosses. Anyways, so yeah, you basically have a lot of work to do, and a lot of farming needs to be done in this one, in particular, in Molten Core, in order to get it all. You also get these bind and equip epics, which you can sell in the auction house. Now, depending on your realm population and all of that, you can make quite a lot of money, or you can buy it for 50 gold. Something along those lines. It all really depends. It's not something I would recommend that you should focus on, because it's really random. Schematic force reactive disc. See, this is for engineering, and it's soulbound. Binds when picked up. I believe this is soulbound. Yeah. I don't need that. Oh, see, there we go. I actually got the zone drop. So basically, killing everything is the way to go if you want to get the most amount of loot possible. It's a long ass dungeon. You should actually farm up to 2 or 3 expansions per until you feel satisfied about farming everything out. So yeah, I'm actually getting quite closer to what I need. There we go, there's Baron Geddon. There we go, I didn't get anything of note, but hey, maybe next week. Although I don't really need it on this one. I would actually prefer it on my rogue, not on my rogue, on my Death Knight or Warrior. But there we go, I actually got something collectible. Okay, well, I actually have you here. Might as well go through, because we're about to hit Golemag, the Incinerator. And like I said, just go ahead and kill everything along the way. Some of them will drop. There we go, Cenarian Braces. I believe this is the second one that have dropped in this run anyways. Lava Core, which is an important component of basically getting the thingamajig. Now Golemag, we're just going to drop behind him like this. There we go. Nice, I actually got a Sulfuron Ignite, which is epic. I believe they're about 200 gold on my realm. So they're not really that special. You also have the Elementium Ignis that you need to farm out for Blackwing's Descent. But that's actually for another video entirely. So yeah, now we're just heading on up here. And we're actually reaching the fever point. We're gonna have to head on down to take care of Sulfuron. Then go back up here and take care of Majidormo. I'll see you at Majidormo. Okay, here we are. We're at Majidormo. Basically, first, what you're gonna want to do is basically kill all of his Flamewalker elites. Go ahead and... yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. I actually got the Fireguard shoulders. There we go. Let me just take a look at them. Oh, nice. Double shoulders. That's freaking stupid. In any case, you're gonna want to just kill them off one by one, because you gain more rep that way. And in any case, you will just go on and on and on. Then what you're gonna want to do is just take out the shortcut like so. Use any movement speed boosts that you have, and we're basically just going back to the entrance. And then we'll be facing off against, what do you call it? We'll be facing off against Ragnaros. So, as you can see from the side, there isn't really that much loot. That's because most of the loot actually went into the Regent bag. There we go, as you can see here. Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. And we still have a long ways to go. Essentially, we're just going back to over here, then descending down. So just follow the map like that, and I'll see you at actual Ragnaros. Okay, now if you actually do want to save on time, there is a way that you can actually save a little bit on time, but it is also risky. You can go from here and just jump down here. Then just do this, jump, 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 jump. Then right around here, you can just go like that. And that'll save you a bit of time. The same as going through here. You will lose some health, but it's nothing important. Then basically what you're gonna want to do is just speak to him, and after a couple of minutes Ragnaros will appear, then you just one-shot him and that's it.